Hey there, this is Raj here. Good morning. Welcome to ShareTreck. US stock futures are mostly flat to slightly higher ahead of Wednesday's open as Wall Street eyes Federal Reserve commentary and September meeting minutes for clues on future interest rate cuts. The focus is much higher out here in the absence of BLS reports or economic data from the government. The prior session's rally was paused on bubble fears in AI and tech stocks, while gold surged past $4,000 an ounce as traders flocked to safe havens. The ongoing government shutdown continues to delay major economic data release, putting added focus on today's Fed minutes and upcoming earnings announcements. I think Fed minutes are around 2:30 a.m. Let's speak about that in detail as we go drill down deeper into the high-level summary that I just gave you. Now, as of October 8, 2025, this morning, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow futures are flat following Tuesday's retreat, with investors cautious about tech valuation and potential overheating in AI names after a disappointing leak from Oracle that spoke about slim margins with NVDA chips. Now add to that the misgivings of many participants in the market about the AMD OpenAI deal, and contrasting that with the NVIDIA OpenAI deal. It's an incestuous relationship in that industry. And it's all becoming, some call it a Ponzi, I call it a snowball that could turn into an avalanche. So there is a little bit of caution out there with AI. Meanwhile, looking at the entire geopolitical and economical situation, gold prices hit new highs above $4,000 an ounce. There is also a parallel thought that says that gold and stocks can go up simultaneously because we are watching a degrading of the value of fiat currency. Think of it as the dollar and all other currencies. So compared to each other, they may not be falling or raising that much, but overall, currencies are going down. So that's one of the theories doing the rounds. I would like to hear from you guys what you think. Put it in the comment section. And there is increasing market fear and uncertainty as the government shutdown enters its second week. That is also supporting the gold price. I think palladium is also doing well. And Wall Street is watching for Federal Reserve policy hints today. Multiple Fed officials are scheduled to speak, and the September meeting minutes will be released at 2 o'clock this morning, Eastern Time. And pre-market gainers are a bunch of companies, including CFLT or Confluent, JOBY or Joby Aviations, BURU or NUBURU, that is Nuburu. Notable names like AMD remain in focus following analyst upgrade and Monday's OpenAI chip supply deal. But I'm very skeptical about the AI space. I'd like to wait and watch what happens, not jump into it right now. Tesla has rolled out cheaper Model Y and Model 3 versions in the US, sparking modest market reaction after an earlier run-up. Energy stocks are mixed amid commodity volatility, while European shares digest news of sharply increased steel tariffs targeting China. And if we look at the overall global trends and macro sentiments, I would say that Asian shares are mostly lower, while European stocks fluctuate in response to trade policy headlines. WTO forecasts global trade growth will slow next year, impacted by US tariffs under President Trump. I don't think we needed WTO to tell that. We have been screaming from the rooftops about this for a while. Market caution persists on AI bubble concerns, with analysts recommending portfolio rebalancing. And this morning's price action reflects investor caution after an extended rally, with gold and Fed news driving the narrative. AI and tech bubbles are getting scrutinized, and earnings season is set to shape sentiment through mid-October. So we have a whole lot of background that I just laid out. Now, let me have a quick look at our comment section or chat section, and then go to the TradingView platform. So what I have here is Hot Dog is saying, Inf is saying, good morning. How are those bond yields going? Yeah, we'll check that out, Inf. Thanks for joining the Substack, Inf. Thanks, Hot Dog and Inf. You guys are always supporting me and motivating me. Thank you so much. And let's go on and have a look at our TradingView platform and get going with our analysis for today. Now, we are in the S&P 500 futures. And each of these candles is a one-day candle. I'm just going to recalibrate the chart a little bit so that you can see the candles a little bigger if you're watching on smaller devices like a cell phone. Now, I don't think S&P 500 is out of the danger as yet. We have this topping tail that I spoke about. Now, this topping tail is going to inhibit any further movement. And I think I have to recalibrate my parallel channel as well a little bit, because I can see we are not touching here and here. So I'm just going to move this a little bit down so that we have the touch points more precisely. Yes. So we have all these touch points in place. So there's a resistance out here. And for today, because it is a dynamic line of resistance, we are going to see a resistance for us somewhere around 6,852. I am not saying that we are going to spike up out there, but that's a resistance there. And I also see some kind of an invisible resistance at around 6,790. Just to visualize that, I'll draw a line out here and connect the top of these two candle bodies. And I would say there's a minor resistance out here. I'll mark this orange. And I also think that we have a support in the median, the center line of this parallel channel. So that should give us some support today at 6,731.50. I'm not saying we're going to drop there today, but as you can see, the market sentiment is also waning slowly. And then we have MACD, which is becoming bearish. And we also have the RSI, which is still within the civilized zone, as I say, within 30, but it can go up significantly more. Momentum is also pretty good. So I would say that we need to watch what is happening out here. For all you know, this could end up being a bull flag and we spike out and we break out in order to meet our target of around 7042, or we could probably fizzle out from here. Anything could happen. So I would say wait and watch. As long as this topping tail is not taken off, I think we are in a bearish influence. TechTube is saying, hi, good morning. Can you check Quiet Technologies? I think it's the next big thing in chips. Yes, TechTube will do that at the end when we go into AI and add Quiet, and we'll do a quick analysis. If I forget, please put that in the comment section. So this way I can keep my sequence and complete everything. NASDAQ, again, NASDAQ is consolidating. I have a target for NASDAQ, which is going to be around 26,700 purely based on charts. It is based on the bull flag target. And in order to reach the target, we could have multiple bull flags to reach there, but we have to cross a hurdle out here. We have a resistance today for NASDAQ futures at around 25,418. I'm not saying that we are going to spike up to that level today, but generally we are headed in that trend. And there is a minor line of resistance out here. I would draw a line and say this is around 25,198.25. So first we have to break that, and then we have to break this other one, and then go ahead. Right now, this could happen to be a bull flag in the formation in order to meet our larger target of 26,707. So the verdict is still out. You can see market momentum is getting flatter and it is petering out. MACD is already bearish, moving away from the signal line. However, momentum is elevated. RSI has plenty of room. So wait and watch, wait and watch, wait and watch. Dollar index is up 0.26%, and we have VIX, which is going down. So that is this trade idea of buying VIX ETF, because VIX is as low as it has been in a while. And the idea is that there will be a sudden spike at 40, so leave a standing selling order to sell it at an elevated level. So whichever ETF you're taking, look at what is the nearest peak that we have had in the recent past and use that as a sell signal. That's one trade idea. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just me, a retail investor, sharing my thoughts with you. I'm thinking about that, and I'd like to hear your opinions. Please do your own due diligence. Don't just buy or sell anything because I'm saying so. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I would like to have your ideas. Now I want to go to gold. A beautiful chart for gold. It's absolutely strong. It's going ahead. We had an interim target of 4046, which I drew yesterday after we met our target of 3895. Now we have surpassed that target also. However, what I think needs to happen now is we need to confirm that this diagonal line of resistance of the parallel channel has now become a support. It has to be confirmed as a support. So how will we confirm that? We'll confirm that by closing above this diagonal line of support and closing above yesterday's closing. So that has to happen, and that will take a little more time. But I think that overall, the confidence in fiat currencies is going down, and people want to save the value. And also government surveillance and excessive use of sanctions has driven many central banks to put more value into gold in their reserves. And that's what I think is making this happen. And I would like to see the same phenomenon with Bitcoins when we see that, because many companies are putting Bitcoin into treasuries. They're never going to come out back into the market. Many lost wallets are there, and there's a finite number of Bitcoins. So Bitcoin is also going to go up. So if you look at the total number of Bitcoins divided by the population of the world, or by the population of adults, and find a number out there and buy slightly more than that, I think you'd be very well set off when Bitcoin does become a store of value and a place of refuge during times of risk. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this concept that I mentioned to you. Put that in the comment section. I would like to hear from you. Put call ratio is looking mild right now, mild to neutral. I mean, mildly bullish and is mostly neutral. And I'm looking at the bonds. This is what Inf was talking about. So I'm looking at Canadian bonds because we are based in Canada out here, and I'm a real estate broker. I'm looking at the real estate market, and I think we need relief for this. So I can see a reverse head and shoulder pattern forming out here. Let me just draw it for you. Come on. So this is the reverse head and shoulder pattern, and it needs to be triggered, and it could be triggered on the neckline out here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 minute. I'm just doing a little bit of fine tuning out here, my friends. Please bear with me. So this is the neckline. If we trigger this neckline by going below this, then I can draw a target for our yields out here. And that target would be at the very bottom of this parallel channel, just like it had been in the past. And we are looking at somewhere around 2.62, which will do a whole lot of good for our mortgage renewals. And most of the people who had borrowed at 1.74 or 2%, who are coming up for renewal now, would be in a way better situation. So if our yields goes to 2.62, then the renewal rate could probably be around 3.7 to 3.8 or something in that range, which is pretty decent. And that could definitely help the market. Yes, Rocket is getting nuked. I have got Rocket. I'm going to talk about it so hold on to your horses. I'm tracking it because mine is also down almost 16 or 18% since I bought it. So I think I bought the wrong company. It was not Rocket Mortgages. It was Rocket Financial. So let us see. Now, let's go back into the indicators. Let's speed up things a little bit. Okay, in terms of indicators, I think we have a hard stop here today at 6,772.31 for S&P 500. We have a longer term target for 6,913.81. We have been unsuccessful in taking out the topping tail. So the topping tail is still active, and we have this parallel channel which is providing us support today. And for today, the support is going to be at 6,716.41. But lo and behold, this morning, when we are opening up, let's go to the futures and just look at S&P 500. We are at 6772.25. 6772.25 is where we are, and this line out here is 6717. So it continues to be a support, and if we break down below this, then we are in trouble. And as long as we are below the topping tail, we are going to be in a bearish influence. Let us see what happens. It's a consolidation. Consolidation is always good, but market momentum is dropping a little bit. MACD is bearish, and momentum is dropping a little bit, even though it's highly elevated. Caution, wait and watch, don't act in haste. Nasdaq is also consolidating, and we have not taken out this doji candle out here, and we have not been able to break out about 132.95, which is going to be a resistance for us today. And the support for us today is going to be 24,642. And if you are looking for an even more fine-tuned support, I would say that we can look at support at 24,782.99 for today. QQQ is up 0.03% in pre-market action, and we have 2 consecutive days of drops out here. There's a whole lot of consolidation out here, and we have to see what happens this morning because I can't find any clues in the chart out here. My earlier target still remains for 635.65 based on the bull flag, but we'll have to see what happens out here because there's a lot of red candles, which means there was aspiration in pre-market, and we opened up pretty high and then we dropped. And we have been doing that for 4 days continuously. And this morning we are flat. Are we going to open below yesterday's close? And if we do, then we are probably creating a downward trend, and I don't know what it would mean until we see more candles. So I'm not going to speculate on that. Let's move on to AI. And in AI, we have NVDA, which is up 0.42%. Friends, I still have a reverse head and shoulder pattern, which has a target of 203.16. And I'm thinking of this as a bull flag. So I'm welcoming this morning's movement. But you have to be extra cautious because technicals indicate only probability. There is no 100% guarantee. There are many times that technicals can fail. We have seen powerful reverse head and shoulders, long-term cup and handle patterns, all of them fail from time to time. So this is a probability. I'm saying there is a good probability for us to touch 203.12. But if the market changes, overall market changes, something bad happens, and confidence goes down, every flag has what is called as a delta, its correlation with the market, and that pushes the stock down simpatico with the market. Meta is down 0.24, and friends, as I mentioned to you before, we have a target for Meta at 652.34. Then you'll ask me, Raj, have you bought Meta if you think that is the target? The frank answer is no. I haven't bought Meta shorts or FBD, or that's the shorts ETF. That's how I play the shorts. I haven't bought it because I'm risk averse. I have already got plenty of shorts. I have shorts on S&P 500, around 50 of them, and I've got thousands of FNGD, which are languishing. So I don't want to pile on anything else. I've got plenty of cash sitting on the sidelines and a few longs, including ZGLD, which is up almost 20% or 21% this morning. So I am maintaining status quo. Google is down 0.39%. And right now, I think we were earlier thinking this is a bull flag, which is to break out on the upside. So assuming this is the breakout, I don't like this last candle that we saw out here. So I'd look for cues today. Today is also negative. So if we start going down, then I would start drawing a trend line out here and connecting all the tops. And I would say that we are forming some kind of a wedge pattern. And then I would look for a breakout on the wedge pattern. So that's my plan. So I need more data out there. Amazon is up 0.73%. It has finally crossed over this horizontal line of resistance, and it has to confirm that. In the past, it has crossed and then come back down only to stay down. So today, I want to see if it can confirm above this this horizontal line, which is the neckline for the reverse head and shoulder. Another example of a reverse head and shoulder pattern failing. So we had thought we would have a target of around 205.75 for Amazon. That failed, and we are above this neckline again. We have to confirm about this. Apple is down 0.25%, and I think Apple is moving just below this diagonal line of resistance, and I think it is forming a bullish bull flag, and it has got plenty of consolidation. More consolidation is very good. It is a coiled spring, and it could go up further. Now, Hot Dog is saying, personally, I will wait to add more gold. 10% is surely due before Christmas. Yes, and also in India, we have Diwali coming up. That could also spur a little bit of gold purchase. So yeah, so December, that's a possibility. I'm more bullish on gold, Hot Dog, in the long term because that's the only place where there'll be refuge and there'll be value. I don't see the U.S. government learning anything. Both the parties are in a bit of a problem. Oh, you're looking at 10% correction. Corrections are most likely to come in. Nothing is a given. So right now, I'm fortunate that I'm already in ZGLD and riding it on the way up. So if I wanted to buy a little more gold, my average cost is going to be less and I'll still be profitable. I could do that and increase my stake. But we will watch the chart patterns, and I'll try to corroborate your 10% correction theory. And if we find that the charts start corroborating it, and if the overall geopolitical situation starts to improve and the dollar starts to improve, then I would say that 10% correction would be in order. So we'll keep watching that going forward. Now let's go on to Microsoft. Microsoft is down 0.03%, still above this line of support. And friends, I want to make a little bit of a change out here. I put a bullish target of around 541.09. I'm going to take this off because I have been reading up a little bit and I believe that this is not a real reverse head and shoulder pattern. And part of the theory, I mean, when you try to get better with technical analysis, you have to read more about the chart patterns you're familiar with. So what I'm given to understand is that you can have a reverse head and shoulder with a flat neckline where the head and the shoulder points touch the neckline. If it is flat, that is good. If it is inclined downwards, that is good. But if it is tending upwards, then that's not a head and shoulder pattern. So I'm going to remove that and I'm going to look at this again as a neutral. And I'm thinking that this was a bull flag and it broke out and it has reached out here. So let us validate that. So I will take this from here and put it up to here. So this was the flagpole, and then we had the consolidation, and then we broke out here. So we would have a target of 534.96. And on the way to the target, now this is a new flagpole. This flagpole could go all the way up to 534.96 and then create a flag and or a pennant and then move upwards or downwards. Any of those things is possible. But right now it's on a move upward and there is a little bit of consolidation. And today, this morning, it's a little bit negative. So I still maintain a target here of 535.15. But in the interim, we could be doing a bit of consolidation. Market sentiment is bullish. MACD is bullish. Momentum is also above average. Tesla. Let's go on to Tesla. And Tesla is up 0.49% in pre-market trades. I'm a perma bear on Tesla. I want to see the gap up being closed. But what I want and what the charts would say will be two different things. So right now, if I'm assuming this to be a bull flag, the bull flag is pretty long and we are not yet halfway down. So I really don't know what the hell is happening here, because this is not looking like a flag to me. This is looking more like a megaphone structure. Let me just draw this out for you. So this is like a megaphone, and I have not seen these kind of things in the past as part of a flag. I don't know if it's a flag. I'll have to read up a little bit more, but I'm very confused on Tesla, but my instinct is totally bearish. Oracle is up 0.22% after dropping a little more, and there has been a steep push by buyers when the sellers came in. That's a very good sign, but we still have a gap up to be filled up, and I'm thinking that the gap up is going to be filled because market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, momentum is also just above average. So look forward to further downsides for Oracle. AMD is up 0.62%. AMD is going to consolidate out here. It's a huge bull flag, but whenever there is irregular price action like a gap up or a gap down, the gaps tend to act as a magnet to pull the price down or up. So at this point of time, the market sentiment is absolutely bullish. MACD is wildly bullish. Momentum is super, and RSI is pretty elevated. In the past, we have gone all the way up to 82.72 on the RSI scale. We are right now at 81.16. So I think a little bit of consolidation is in due for the RSI to get cooled off. So I don't see much major movements for AMD today, just consolidation. SMCI is up 0.36% in pre-market trades. Broadcom still staying above the diagonal line of support, and today's support is 332.77 for Broadcom. And Palantir is up 58.58% in pre-market trades. And the last 2 days, it had opened below and tried to move up significantly during the day, but pushed back. Yesterday, the pushback was more severe. Sorry, day before yesterday. And yesterday, the pushback was still severe, but the body is much bigger and it's much elevated. So progressively, Palantir is gaining strength and it is moving towards a resistance of 189.09 today. And I'm seeing a lot of positives out here. And let us see what happens when the market opens. We want to see a few more candles to see if we start finding a new pattern happening out here. Next, I'm going to SMH, semiconductor ETF. It's down 0.31%. And unfortunately for us, it has come below this diagonal line of resistance. And as I mentioned, where the ETF, semiconductor ETF goes, that's the direction in which all the indices will go. And we have a gap up which has to be filled up. And I'm looking at support for today. I would have said that support should be at around 336.54 because that's where the gap up ended. But we are already below that. So I would say the next support is going to be 333.69. We are at 336.00. So I'll watch for today and see if we close below that. And if we do not close below that, and if we fall below that, that is 336.69, then we are looking for increased weakness. Remember, we have a topping tail. We were aiming to fill up the topping tail, but we couldn't do that. So I would say that SMH is in serious trouble. Tempus AI is down 0.44% in pre-market trades. Gets support at 90.18. Now, friends, I want to look at the chat section. I would like to go to what Tech Info was saying. Give me 1 second. TechTube. TechTube is saying, can you look at Poet? Okay, so I'm going to check out Poet. Let us see where Poet is. Let me go down here, and I'm going to remove OMA. I'm going to remove Shopify. I'm going to remove a few things that we are not working on. LPCN, NFXS, AMZN, METD. METD is the negative for Meta. Let's do this. POET. So I hope TechTube is still online. TechTube, are you still online? Okay, so let's go here. That's a wonderful gain, 7.23. And that's what attracts everybody into the fold. And we should have looked at this much earlier, in my opinion, because let's do this. That's not fitting properly. Okay, so what is happening out here? Let's go into a weekly pattern and see if we can see something. Okay, in a weekly pattern, I do not see a bullish pattern as such. So let us do the fundamentals out here. Let me go and look at a parallel channel. Let me connect all the low points. So this is a parallel that I can try to see. Is it working? Doesn't give me anything as such. So I'm going to just junk this. So I need to think about this carefully. No pattern is jumping out for me, TechTube. I can't see any pattern jumping out for me. I could think of this as a bull flag. And then this has come out of the bull flag. This was a prior bull flag. So let us do that. Let us do a bull flag out here. So this is the bull flag, and this is a point of breakout. And then we have a target of 8.92 for Poet. And right now we are at 8.43. So I can give a guidance of a probability of another 50 cents worth of jump approximately. I'm looking at the market sentiment, which is newly bullish. It's gone up significantly. MACD is also significant. And also we got RSI topping the charts. And in the past, the RSI has gone all the way up to, I would say, what is that number? Okay, let me just pull this out a little bit. And let me do this carefully. Around 82. I would say we have plenty of room on the RSI, because RSI in the past has gone all the way up to 82 on the scale. So I wouldn't worry too much about the RSI. It seems to be bullish right now, TechTube. I hope this helps you. We'll watch this going forward and see more patterns being built. And Rocket, I think Inf is asking about Rocket. So let's go to Rocket. Rocket, I believe I had left it on Genomics by mistake. So Rocket, financial, rental, and leasing. And Rocket is up 0.61% this morning. I have given up on this cup and handle target. So this was a false target. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this one also off. And I'm going to remove those line of supports that I had out there. The stock is looking pretty bad indeed. And I don't know where it is going. Market sentiment is dropping. MACD is becoming bearish. Momentum is just at average. I would like to sell and get out of it. And what else do we have here? Okay, TechTube is still there. So TechTube, I'll try to give you more information on that. We'll add that to our watch list and continue watching it. Whenever there's a jump of around 8 to 10% or huge move, there is always profit takers coming in, people who have been sitting in the stock for quite a while, and they see a certain gain, they will sell. There's likely to be a little bit of a drop, and then it will move up again. And there is another one that David Best had bought, Spruce Biotech. I checked out Spruce Biotech. The stock price has jumped significantly from, I think, single digit to triple digit. That's very dangerous. And it was only some kind of FDA designation to its therapy, no BLA or something like that. At least I didn't find anything in that area. So I'm going to be very cautious of Spruce Biotech at this point of time. Let me go and have a look at our Prime. Now, Prime, we are starting off with our genomics analysis, and in Prime, we had a target of around 7.22, and this morning we are up again 0.51%. So we had this red candle out here. I would imagine that we are starting a bull flag out here. Let me go to the daily pattern. I was on the weekly, which is a little misguiding for Prime. So let me go and see Prime in the daily chart. So we got these 3 red candles out here. And this morning we are a little positive. So we have a target of 7.20. I'm still not ready to write off that target, but we are very close to not being a bull flag, because we are almost halfway to the bull flag pole. So we'll wait and see what happens today. If today we start moving upwards and we break out on these 3 candles and start an upward movement, then we can put a target out there. Otherwise, we are going to witness the beginning of a bear channel. And who knows, we can even end up with a head and shoulder. This could be the shoulder, this could be the head and another shoulder. So anything can happen. So be careful. If you have got a lot of gains, put some protection in place. Intelia is up 0.49%. It has confirmed above this diagonal line of support. And therefore, yesterday we got pushed out from this line of support, and today again we are going to have the support at $20. This is a dynamic line of support, so it keeps on going up as time goes by. So this is a good show. We are going to have support at 19.98 today, as against support of 19.86. So that's nice. Then we look at Caribou Biosciences. Caribou Biosciences has already met our target of 2.43. And today in pre-market session, we do not have any trades, but I am thinking of this as a bull flag. So if I take the flag up to here and then put it out at the point of breakout, then my new target is going to be 2.77. So let me remove the old targets. And let me put the new target in place. So our new target is 2.76. Beam Therapeutics is up 0.68% in pre-market trade. We still have a target of 28.98. I would assume this as a bull flag in formation. So I'm going to wait and give it benefit of doubt. And this target is coming from a cup and handle pattern. And a bull flag from here. Let me just refresh our memories. So this was the original bull flag. This is the breakout, and we put the target here. And this is a new bull flag forming, in my opinion. And this bull flag will cease to exist if we fall below 24.73. So we'll watch this carefully, but I'm thinking that we're going to break out on the upside because market sentiment is still bullish. MACD is bullish. Momentum is also above average, plenty of room on the RSI. Altium is down 0.38% in pre-market trades. And I don't know where my diagonal line of support went, but this is going to be, there it comes. It took a while for it to come. This is a diagonal line of support, and we are moving on top of that support for today. The support is 3.73. Next, we go to Editas. Editas is up 1.02% in pre-market trades. A bull flag in formation, in my opinion. We're going to wait, give it the benefit of doubt, and wait for a breakout. Illumina is up 0.35% in pre-market trades. Illumina is not moving much. It's range bound between 93.62 and always staying below 103.25. Something big has to happen for Illumina. We have earnings coming up on 30th of October. Maybe the earnings can give us some catalyst. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 1.05% in pre-market trades. Bullish pennant in formation. We already met and exceeded our inverse head and shoulder target of 73.44. So we are watching for a new pattern to form. So this is the bullish pennant. I need 4 or 5 candles out here. We got 4 candles, but this is not adequate. I need to see 2 or 3 more candles, or at least a breakout, so I can identify a new target. So we'll watch this. Allogene is flat in pre-market trades. Grail is up 0.03% in pre-market trades. There's a topping tail, guys. I warned you 2 days ago that you have to be careful with Grail. And this morning, Grail is up 0.03%. Yesterday was almost a doji candle. The top and bottom wick are almost identical, but you have to be very cautious. We have already met our predominant target out here, and I think we are forming a bull channel, but the presence of this topping tail, a very strong topping tail, makes me feel super cautious. PHCV is up 0.71% in pre-market trades, but it's still going to find resistance today at 1.44 because we are below that right now. And ARCG is up 0.83% in pre-market trades. We already met and exceeded our target of 30.55. Right now, we are forming some kind of a flag or a pennant. And if that is the case, that's going to be bullish because we are on an uptrend. And once we have a clear formation of either a flag or a pennant, I would draw a new target for this. So watch the space. Vertex is down 0.07%, struggling to break through 414.17. The moment it breaks that, we'll be looking at a gap fill opportunity. Ginkgo Bioworks is up 1.15%. It's forming a bullish flag, in my opinion. So we're going to wait and watch the flag. And if it forms, it's great. But right now, we'll have support today at 14.35. Unicure is up 1.85% after a huge gap up. It's continuing to move upwards. It has broken out on the bull flag, in my opinion. So we'll have to put a new target out here, and the target is humongous. And guys, these are all me as a retail investor. So please don't assume this to be financial advice because you could burn your fingers. I have also burned my fingers many times, and I'm very careful. So I have a new target for Unicure that is going to be 101.63. That seems very lofty, and it could also be a bit premature. So I'm going to remove this from here. I'm going to wait for more evidence that we have a true breakout, because right now you could say that this flag has not yet broken out. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let us see a lot of evidence building up here and a proper breakout, and then we'll draw a target. Because if we draw one right now, that looks pretty intimidating. IMTX has got no trades pre-market. Precision is up 0.60% in pre-market trades. Eli Lilly is definitely getting a pushback from the upper end of this regression channel. As you can see, we already have a topping tail, which means there's a bearish signal out there. And the last 3 days, we have not been able to go above this diagonal line of resistance of the regression channel. This morning, we are up 0.36%. We are touching we are almost touching the upper bound, which is at 847.23. So if we break above that, well and good. If not, and if we make another red candle today, then we have to be very wary because of the topping tail. Topping tail is not finality. It could be overwritten by subsequent candles. But until that happens, we have to consider that to be the prime driver. Unicure is up 0.87%. Watching this very carefully. It's between these two channels out here. I'm going to mark this red. It's a resistance for today, which is going to be at 30.42. Support for today is going to be 29.42. So friends, that is what we have there. Let's go to currencies and look at Bitcoin USD. Wow, Bitcoin is looking pretty good. It's forming a bull channel. And I have already given a high of 126.304 as the potential target for this double bottom. So let us watch that. And maybe this is the flag that is being formed, which is going to break out, give a basis out here or a foundation out here to meet and exceed this target. So I'm really happy about that. And if you look at Ethereum is also trying to eke out a little bit of a gain, but this diagonal line of resistance remains, and it remains today at around 4,593.49 for Ethereum. Solana is also improving. And then we have XRP USD, which is trying to pick up again, but it has got a support out here, this diagonal line of support at around 2.782. So 2.7829 is the support for today, and the resistance for today is going to be 2.989. So that, my friends, brings me to an end of today's session, and I'll catch up with you again in the next session, unless you have any questions for me. Otherwise, I would like to say bye for now. Don't forget to check out the Substack if you have not done so. There's only one article, but every full video that I make on any topic, that's going to be there in the Substack. Thanks, and